Hello friends, Archangel with Crypto Angel here, and welcome to the June 21st, 2021 Shytoshi and Eric Roundup. Now, as a reminder, this is a quick run through of community relevant information from Shytoshi and the lead developer Eric. Again, I won't be adding much commentary, if any. This is simply for those that don't have access to Discord or don't want to sort through the walls of text to find the various information. So I'll also not be including responses where the original message was deleted or not retrievable and we can't figure out the context from the response. So with that, here we go. Now, if you hadn't heard at this point, just to caveat some of this, there was a little bit of drama in the Discord channel yesterday and across the community in general due to Surtech's marketing team kind of doing a bait and switch. At least the community felt like it was a bait and switch. So I just wanted to caveat that with some of the comments that have been made here, but we still get some good information. So Shytoshi posted a tweet yesterday, said, "Ha, got me to LOL, locking in a real date, double date." And this is in reference to the Surtech AMA with Seedify instead of Shiba Inu. Shytoshi also commented, "Double date because we will AMA with them when the time is right on 2 platforms." Wes asked, "Where will Shib/Surtech AMA be? YouTube with 1,000 ads?" Shytoshi responded, "Don't guess, just wait. I'm locking in details with their marketing team." Now, Shytoshi did take responsibility for some misinformation because he did think that the Surtech audit on Tuesday was going to be theirs, as there are 2 projects starting with an S and they did not know about the other project, but we'll see that as we go through here. So there's going to be a little bit of a wall of text from Shytoshi. So he says, "Man, it's like a pack of wild shibs. I'll take the hit on this one. Ready, full disclosure. We've been talking with Surtech, the best in the audit business, for over a month or so. Parts of the auditors includes an AMA. It's just a question of timing. So in my arrogance, when I saw the first tweet, I thought it was us. I see the clown faces and raise you an open apology. Now what? By the time I was there with their marketing team, it was the weekend and I thought we were good to go. Then today I got surprised that we are not. So I am locking in the locations and the time exact for the AMA. I implore you to be present and ready. And for the record, a week ago we were fighting FUD that Surtech was even looking at the swap. They aren't the only group we are in discussions with either. I'm hoping to lock in a final surprise for the army pre-swap, but there isn't much time left. Glad you guys don't believe me. That makes me happy. It has fueled me thus far and will continue to. Let me say another thing. Yesterday I caught slack for not working with more people. Every time I open to more people, I get burnt or leak or scam or whatever. So I suggest people work on projects just like Swap and push hard as they can. I personally am looking forward to working on Ryo's vision with some talented people and releasing a platform to allow more people to work with Shib. But that's my vision. What's yours?" So that was at 12:59 p.m. and he comes back at 1:34, about half an hour later, says, "Have to calm myself. I am just as angry as everyone else," and immediately was on the horn with the Surtech team. As I said, they've been great and clarity was needed. Now listen, I'm behind, well behind what I expected, but that is because of security, but I haven't lied to you all. Swap is ASAP, AMA, a few surprises, and a party, then incubator. Woof woof, paper going through final approval. I've given my life and soul to this project only to not be able to tell people I meet who I am, and at the same time trying to manage delegation in a decentralized manner. This week is wild for us. There are more things coming for sure, so I stand by my statement, but that doesn't mean swap. I hope so, but again, we will see. And that's all of the comments that we had from Shytoshi. And now we'll move to Eric's comments for the day. DTC Sicilian says, is it just Shy, or do you talk to the auditor as well? If so, do you think he will explain what happened? Eric responds, yes, I am on the groups. I think it's really clear what happened. They did a quote-unquote smart move from their side in terms of promo, but it sucks. When you hire an audit, there's an AMA process included, but they didn't tell us that there were 2 projects starting with S and that they decided to schedule the other one before. So yep, that was a surprise. At Martin7 asks, are we still testing? Are audits still ongoing? I feel like there is too little info and we are left to guessing and hoping. Eric responds, we are not testing and audits are finished, just pending for the final public inform that you will see on the website. So I think this is probably the most important comment that we got out of yesterday, and I did a separate video on that showing that the audit was complete. So if you take anything out of this video, know that the audits are finished. D19 says, well, the majority of the team tweeted and it's creating hysteria. In my opinion, that isn't how a $4 billion company should operate. And he goes on with that sentiment. Eric responds, comparing our project with PancakeSwap makes no sense at all. Go look at how many contracts they audited. An audit is a whole process where vulnerabilities or details can appear and need to be fixed. Until they are not fixed, the audit is paused. So don't talk to me about PancakeSwap took 8 days. 2 months of Certec audit is a lie, and we've audited all our contracts and the whole code, not some of them. So again, I get your point, but you shouldn't do statements about security processes comparing them with other projects. And I'm just going to interject in here that we did get a clue from Shytoshi earlier that the Shiba Swap audit has been going on for about a month now. Gonjoman says, if V2 is released, might be too late for me to grab some tokens, haha. Eric responds, you will have some time between the wolf paper and Shiba Swap. Don't worry about that. But if you're worried about meme, yes, it is there. D19 says, I'm not on the back end, so I can't really say, but naturally I see this delay and compare with others, and we seem to be more delayed for some reason. Eric responds, yes, the delays are so easy to explain. We started with 0 budget, so you notice over time that some things need to be fixed or improved to avoid vulnerabilities on the future. And the most important, you see how a lot of DEX were hacked, and for those who don't know, DEX stands for Decentralized Exchange. A lot of DEX were hacked on the last weeks, so you try to break your head to find formulas to bulletproof it as much as the code and the structure allow. That's how you arrive here. Late? Depending on the investor mentality. With a really big project audited by Certec, with all the security issues fixed and with insane potential, yes. Investors decide if they are young and their money is scarce, is not a reason to rush our job and make everyone's money scarce. D19 states, I agree all you have mentioned, but with hundreds if not thousands of devs that could look at the code, most likely for free. Could you not have recruited more support? Eric responds, a code like that can't be done by hundreds and thousands of devs. You can't imagine the amount of people we've kicked for trying to mess with the platform. Each project is a world, and that's the way we decided to create Shiba Swap. You might like or dislike it, but it is what it is, and thanks to that, we are where we are now. Eric makes a statement, it's not about a token. The token is created in minutes. It's about the complexity of the reward system to make it safe. We're giving Ethereum, wrapped BTC, USDT, USDC, and DAI returns apart from Bone. No one is doing that. The complexity of making the system safe is way more complicated than you can imagine, and that's one of the problems that some of the hacked platforms have experienced these days. Again, please don't compare your development previous jobs with a project like this, because sometimes might look insulting. Mshi states, It's more the first part. We have heard from the community and we always take into account their requests. Implies this was added after all the Twitter backlash. And this is in reference to Surtech tweeting that they have heard from the community and they take into account their requests because Surtech was getting so much backlash from the SHIB community. Eric responds, just a way to fix something they did bad. With the audit package we hired and AMA is included, it's not because of community pressure. They just tried to solve the issue the best they could. EerieBack24 says, will there be a smartphone app for Shiba Swap at launch, Eric? Eric says, not an app. And then we have a message that was deleted, but I think we can get the point here. Eric responds, the point is that we had scheduled an AMA with them and were pending on the confirmation of the place to do it. So that was a confusion because they had another S project scheduled for the week and was a lack of communication from their marketing team. Things happen and you can see that they fixed it fast. So that's the end of the comments today, and as we can see, there was quite a bit of stirring and uproar from the community about the Surtech bait and switch on their marketing. So at the end of the day, though, I do believe that Shiba Swap did get good marketing out of that, so I'm not upset, but it is interesting to see how different companies, especially ones like Surtech, may take advantage of marketing opportunities that present themselves. So with that, Archangel out.